Morning. Morning of day 31, just outside Wilmington, near the Tallyville firehouse, where I spent last night, and heading this morning to Elkton in Maryland, which, if I'm not mistaken, might be state number 10, 9 or 10, I'm not sure. It's super early this morning. I wanted to get on the road fast, get some miles done when there's not too much traffic, and while it's a bit cooler, although it's cooler all the time now, it's not that hot. Let's see how it goes. So, weather's really weird today, and I think this is what it's going to be like from now on. I started off really early this morning because I wanted to just smash some miles, while I'm fresh and before it got too hot. But actually, the day doesn't start hot anymore. It's actually pretty cold in the morning, which is fine when you're sort of shuffling along and moving a bit quickly because your body warms up. It's still a bit cold on the fingertips and stuff like that, and the toes. If you go out in the wet grass and your feet get wet, my feet get pretty cold. But like now, I don't know what time it is, 9:30. So we're a good chunk into the day. In the sun is warm, is pleasant, although the air is cool. But when you're in the shade, it's cold. It's pretty cold. It's weird weather. I don't know if this is going to change as I head south or not, but let's see. Something else to get used to. So Lara has very kindly brought me a hoagie. I don't know if you can see how big that is compared to my head. It's bigger than my head. I don't know how I'm going to eat it. See that? Amazing. Okay. Just had a really nice moment. Sat at the side of the road and hungry, but didn't really have anything appetizing to eat. And then as I went to put away my little tripod, I discovered these crimpets that Lara gave me earlier on in the day, and I put them in my pouch and I forgot about them. And these are sponge cakes with butterscotch icing. So it's like a little sponge cake with the butterscotch icing on it. Let's try it out. Yeah, it's good. So I was just lying in a heap at the side of the road just now, as has become my style. And it was a driveway of a couple. They showed up in their car and stopped in their driveway and just asked what I was doing, and I explained, of course, and they gave me a donation, and they were lovely. And 5 minutes later I got up and I started to walk on, and no sooner had I started to walk on than they came back in their car and they said, we know you're doing this to raise money, and it's a really great cause for your daughter, but it's not far to where you're going. Do you want us to give you a lift? And I was like, so conflicted. It's like, I would love a lift in the same way a heroin addict would love to have more heroin. I just had to restrain myself and say, no, I'm gonna make it. They obviously were watching me hobbling along, like a 95-year-old man, feeling sorry for myself, sweating in this crazy heat, and they felt sorry for me and wanted to give me a lift, which was lovely. But I do not need that sort of temptation, I can tell you, because there's part of me that would love to just say yes. I really miss, actually, is being in my car. I'm not a big fan of driving, but just sitting in the car, relaxing, music on, cup of coffee, driving somewhere. You can go 30 miles in 30 minutes. That sort of distance takes me, forever to cover. The thought that you could just get in a car and sit in relative luxury listening to music and sipping coffee, that annoys me. I miss it so much. And they give me a lovely Gatorade. Oh, which has obviously just come out of the fridge because it's so cold and lovely. I didn't get their names because there was traffic building up as they were chatting to me and I felt bad. But if they watch this, thank you. Thank you. Someone has put a golf course next to the road, so the grass is just so good. Oh, something a bit sharp there. That's good. Thinking about Lee Connolly today. Lee is back in the UK, trudging along barefoot. Him and one of his colleagues, I've forgotten his name. He introduced him in one of his videos, but he and one of his colleagues are walking 26 miles barefoot, carrying kit. And honestly, I feel bad. I feel bad that I feel great that people want to help us and do these extraordinary things, but as someone who's walked many miles barefoot, it's not something I would wish on my worst enemy, to be honest. So I keep thinking about Lee today. I'm wondering how his feet are. I'm going back to his videos. He seems quite chipper. You know, certainly his halfway point video, he looked alright. I'm interested to see how he's doing at the end of the day. I really hope his feet are okay. I wouldn't want anybody to hurt themselves or anything like that on our account. But it's really great to know that people are out there and, you know, really care about our cause and want to help. So if you're watching this, Lee, thanks, buddy. My miles have been made a lot easier today knowing that you've got miles going on in the UK as well. Legend. So later on in the day, day 31, and I just finished in Elkton. This is the firehouse you can see over my shoulder where I'm going to spend the evening. It's a great, lovely little town. Best of all, they've got, boom, some lovely sidewalks which are away from the road. Getting into town wasn't that great, I can tell you, because I had to walk at some really, really busy roads today, and it wasn't that pleasant because I was a bit unsafe. So I had to keep my wits about me, and I made it in one piece. That's the main thing.